the man who came back from the dead to report his own death. Have you ever heard of a real-life paranormal case that defies logic? This terrifying incident happened in Hunan, causing chaos and disbelief. A man who had been dead for days walked into a police station to report his own death, and even provided the address where he had died. What exactly happened that night? This eerie case will shake your understanding of reality. It all happened in Saishu village on November 22nd, around 11 p.m. A police officer on duty, Xiao Jun, noticed a flickering of a dim light in the station. The atmosphere felt eerie, but he brushed it off and continued working. Suddenly, a man appeared at the front desk, silent and motionless. Xiao Jun had no idea when he had entered. The man looked disturbing. His face was pale, his eyes bloodshot, and his expression frozen, as if he had suffered a stroke. There was something deeply unsettling about him. Xiao Jun stood up instinctively, feeling an overwhelming sense of unease. "Why are you here?" Xiao Jun asked. The man spoke in a monotone voice. "I am dead." Xiao Jun froze. His mind raced. Was this man mentally unstable? Before he could respond, the man turned and walked toward the door. "I live at his address," the man added before vanishing into the night. Xiao Jun had encountered strange cases before, but nothing like this. He wanted to question the man further, but the figure simply ignored him and disappeared beyond the station doors. Xiao Jun rushed outside to follow him. He scanned the street in both directions, but the man was gone without a single trace. Confused and slightly shaken, Xiao Jun went back inside. Then, he suddenly remembered something. The police station had received over 400 mysterious phone calls that night. He had ignored them, assuming it was just a prank. But now, everything felt connected. Morning arrived, and Xiao Jun was about to head home when Officer Piao Guochang handed him a missing persons report. Out of curiosity, Xiao Jun took a look, then let out a horrified scream. The missing person was Hu Changsheng, the same man who had come to the police station claiming to be dead. According to the report, who had been missing for 12 days. He had gone home one evening, found his wife wasn't there, left, and never returned. Xiao Jun's instincts told him something wasn't right. Instead of going home, he rushed to the address who had given the night before. He knocked on the door, but there was no answer. Feeling something was off, Xiao Jun and his partner decided to force their way inside. They grabbed a baton and broke the door open. What they saw inside left them in shock. A rotting corpse lay on the floor. The stench of decay filled the room. It was clear the man had been dead for a long time, and yet this was the same man who had stood before Xiao Jun just hours ago. The room had been untouched for days, except for one thing: fresh footprints leading from the body to the front door. The footprints perfectly matched those of the deceased, Hu Changsheng. How was that possible? Had he really moved after death? Xiao Jun rushed back to the police station, desperate to check the security footage. If this was all a hallucination, the cameras would prove it. They played the surveillance footage. What they saw shattered their understanding of reality. The footage clearly showed Hu Changsheng walking into the police station, interacting with Xiao Jun and reporting his own death. The video didn't lie. The case quickly spread through Saishu village. Some believed he had returned to reveal the truth about his death. Others said his spirit was looking for justice. To this day, no one can explain what really happened that night.